The English hate the Germans and the Germans hate the English. The Scottish hate the English and so do the Irish and the French. The English hate the French. The Turks hate the Greeks. I could go on like this for weeks, and I'm gonna, until you get the full spectrum of hate this world amounts to, for things the younger generation had no part in. The US hate the English and the English hate the US. The Cubans hate the US hate the Cubans. The US hate the Mexicans hate the US. The Ukrainians hate the Russians and vice versa. The Australians hate the Orientals, the Muslims hate the Jews. The old hate the young, and the women hate the men. Maybe we should sit down, smoke a spliff and contemplate the universe, man. But we're also connected around the globe by grudges. The Irish and the Scottish hate the English hate the French hate the Germans, the Polish hate the Germans, the Polish hate the Ukrainians hate the Russians hate the US hate the Russians, and Switzerland hasn't been to war since 1847, so I'm moving to Switzerland. Thank you. This one's called Their Future. I was reading about history and how the Ottoman Empire slowly fell. There's a few different reasons, but from what I've read, it seemed like their elders held them back from using technology for religious reasons, and elders holding them back. We still hear so often that old notion, you should respect your elders, and we often fall into making the same mistakes they did for fear of offending our elders' ways. But the elders' ways are exactly that. They're what used to work at that point in time, not what works now. We know more now than we did then, and in the future we will know more then than we do now. So brace yourselves for the amount of wrong we will be. I can only imagine what the children of the future will think of us and what we're doing to each other and the planet right now. It clearly shows we can't stick to the old ways anymore. If we did, we'd never move on from those old grudges. We'd never evolve. We'd still be praying to be saved or voting to be saved and left wondering why we haven't been saved yet. Our society has always been emergent, and it's time for another emergence. Instead of the elders using religion to hold us back from just technology, we have politicians holding us back from science in the efficient use of that technology that can make our species finally collaborate. But don't talk to the elders about it. The elders will find you blasphemous. Talk to the youths about it. The next generation aren't technophobic, nihilistic, dogmatic, racist, political, spiritualist, nationalist or religious. They don't hold on to old work ethics, old assumptions about human behaviour, or any other outdated information because they haven't been taught the old things yet. And that's what needs to change. Our education systems need to be updated. The youth of today are only what we enlighten them to. They don't want to be taught how we used to do things, they want to know how they're going to do things in the future. They can clearly see that the old ways aren't working, and they have the ability to learn about science, technology and skepticism. They aren't cynical, they're curious. We have a solution ready for them, but they need to know about that solution so that they can choose whether it is what they want. And when all the old politicians, priests and respected elders are dying, they will choose what they want. I can't see them choosing to die because of the state we left the world in. I can't see them saying that the narrow outlooks of religion or politics can fully embrace the problems that are all linked together by science. Without knowing there's a solution, they cannot strive for it, the species cannot progress and will continue to make the same mistakes decade after decade. Funny thing is that us elders can teach them from our mistakes, if only we could admit that we made mistakes. Because us elders stuck in our ways don't like to be told we're wrong, because you should respect your elders. We can't change anything by violence, protest or playing the politicians' games. The elites ensured that when they